Excuse me. Morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get the link out. Make sure to share the stream link around as well. It helps me out a ton because some people are literally blind. Let's send it now. Yeah, I'll send it there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, the bot's working today. Cool. Alright, link is sent out. We're chilling. Hey, yo. What's up, Justin? What's up, Mel? What's up, Peoples? What's up, Ace? What's up, Fake Mojo? What's up, John? What's up, Eric? What's up, man? Gecko, Kevo? Sharingan. What's up, Maddie? What's up, SF? Aloha. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes and then we'll go over the game plan. We should have like a set time that we go over the game plan, so over time people start to remember like, oh yeah, at 8:15 the game plan's covered or whatever. Like maybe we just bullshit here for 15 minutes every stream, and then at 8:15 that's when we start actually covering the game plan. Good morning, E. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Jack. I like how everybody has their own like kind of style of intro into the chat. Like, good morning. What's good? But yeah, good morning, everybody. I think today's going to be a great day. As you guys can see, we're going to be opening at a new all-time high. That's why we're starting out at this chart. I just wanted to show something. And then we'll cover the smaller time frames, and then we'll go to some other charts and we'll check out other stuff. Good morning, CJ. How you doing, man? Excuse me. Good morning, CJ. Jacko said Bulls. Daffy Buck, he said, I will try my best to stay tuned. I hope everyone has a great day. Daffy's literally trying to tell all of you to start paying attention. His plays have been crazy lately. Good morning. Alright, we'll go to the smaller time frames. Oh, I'm on my other watch list. Whoops. Is that really the only watch list I have for that? Huh. I don't even think that's the watch list I've been on, though. Oh, it's this one. Why do I have it named that? What the fuck? BB Weekly Watch List? Have I always had it named that? This is definitely the list we've always been on. Okay. I don't know why it was set like that. That was weird. Let's pull that up. And we'll honestly leave the rest. I want to watch the sectors today. So Bigger time frames, guys. Let's get started now. Game plan time. Everybody ready? Spam the chat with some green or red candlesticks. Honestly, green candlesticks were up, so spam it with green. Yo, Andrew, welcome to the channel, man. I've definitely seen that name before, so I don't think this is your first time around the block. But if it is, definitely tune into the member part of the channel on the main part of the YouTube when you go to the channel. And go through the videos, the watch list. I think you'll get caught up a little bit quicker than you think. But welcome back. Glad to have you. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Kevo. He says the duck high daff. I know Kevo is wide awake. This dude Kevo is probably deep into calls. Everybody who's been paying attention to Reason Over Risk has been very excited about those plays. Good job, Daffy, by the way. Daffy's a legend. He's been calling bear trap for, I mean, y'all, how many times have you guys gone into chat and you've seen him spam bear trap? Like, every time you were trying to turn bearish, he was like, no, it's a bear trap. Like, he was like trying to turn you back bullish, like every single time. So we're going to go over the bigger time frame and the smaller time frame. But right now on the bigger time frame and the daily time frame is what I call the bigger. The old all-time high was broken. If you go from where we broke it to where we slowed down and made that recent high, and then we held the control point. We didn't even break 482. We didn't even touch it, really. I could say we retested it, but we didn't. We didn't even touch it. We just held the 2-day ago high, the new all-time high, and it sounds weird. We did a little bit of a retest. This is what we call a single candle, sometimes a midterm retest, because it is holding a good area, but it's just not what we were looking for. Like, of course, we would have loved the retest of 478, 480, you know, and then they do this move, but they're doing it, and this is why we call it the hidden retest. If you guys have seen my seminar breakdown of the retest, this is what we call the hidden retest. And if they get a good higher open over 45, which they are at 47.50s, there's a very high probability they want to head towards 490. Whatever in the rule book, it's whatever the next level is, and then in our case, it's 490, possibly 495. So we're gonna go to the smaller time frame now. Whoops, we're gonna go to the smaller time frame now, 5-day, 5-minute, and we're gonna go to intraday levels. And you can see I already have some psychological levels, you know, put on the chart just like we did on the bigger time frame. But what's interesting here is that we've made a very, very large move over 485.20s, not just in the after hours of yesterday, but also in the pre-market of today. So very bullish indeed. The momentum, the pacing, the tempo, it's very bullish right now. But where's pre-market high? It's 47.92. So that's what we're going to be looking for. More continuation is the pre-market high. So looking for continuation over pre-market high. Now, where do we look down for puts? And there's a couple things you can do. I could tell you, you know, you could grab this level, go to this level, and whatever the halfway point is, that could be your short-term intermediate point of control. Maybe if you want to add the golden pocket, and then you can say, all right, well, if this breaks, I'm possibly taking shorts into this high, and you definitely can, but it's not that high probability. I'll be honest with you. There's a very high probability that we also come down and actually test 485, or sorry, bottom of this would be 480, 488, 485.22. So we're looking for a test of this today, if at all, right? And if the hidden retest comes in, it's going to most likely be from this high to this high. The control point, or 50% fib, and the golden pocket area is where this is most likely going to retest. So because there hasn't been an open market retest yet. So that's why I'm saying you might have a test here, you might have a test here, and maybe this is where they do a dip buy. Who knows? Maybe this is where they bleed further from. We don't know yet. Maybe they don't do either of these retests at all. Maybe they just keep going through pre-market high, hold above it, you know, to any extent. So we're going to be looking at the chart like that, as well as if it does just continue, where does it go, right? So let's say the first breakout does make it up to 489.08, right? Then we're going to go from the pre-market high, the point of breakout, to 490.08, 49.08, whatever the recent high is. And then we're going to look for that hidden retest here as well. So we're going to be looking for hidden retest. That's the theme of today. If it even happens at all. You might just get a straight up bullish day. But that is the game plan on SPY today. Does anybody have any questions on anything I've just gone over? Finally made it back, and good morning. Good morning, Tutu, man. Deep in Oxy as well. As much as I saw recession can't... Oh my god. Shots fired, shots fired. What's up, Jay? Good morning, fam. He said, as much as I saw recession canceled, bro, preach. Somebody give that man a VIP status. That's how you know someone's been paying attention in chat, when they know all the inside jokes. Die, Boeing. Let's go over. Sorry, I like kind of brain farted after reading that. Let's go to triple Qs now. This is the tech sector. You can see they have also done the exact same thing. So we will be looking to do the exact same thing. Whether you get a hidden retest or a continuation here, a hidden retest in here, or a breakdown of 425. That's what we're going to be mainly focused on. You can see I didn't even bother drawing the previous day low demand or previous day high supply just because of the distance we've made and the obviousness of everything that's going to happen today. So you're either getting hidden retests or continuations, and if we get a breakdown, we know exactly where we're going. SPX, I might have to clean this one up. Yes, we will. Let's do that together. Alright, so I'm going to delete that day's open. We're going to delete... Nope, we're going to leave all that, actually. So I'm going to leave this as the old all-time high. It's a demand that was never broken. A supply that was never broken. It's actually holding as demand. But we should probably draw this. So we're going to go from this high to the open of this candle, because this is really where things started breaking down at, right? So from the last candle there, that's what I'm going to grab. I know you can go backwards, but I wanted to go forward because there was a little bit of a lower high retest there. So I'm going to add that in. Traditionally, that is not how you would draw that, but I wanted to include it. If you want to add the actual low of everything there, be my guess, but you have this, so I would just focus this. We're going to definitely get a higher open, so I don't even know why I'm looking so far down anyway. What are we going to open at on this? If we're opening at 488, 487.65 on SPY, we should be opening at just under this level here. Alright, so we'll leave that, but we need to add some extra psychological levels. Clearly we don't have that. So let's add that. 49.25, add that. You can also do fib extensions. If you've ever seen any breakdown by Leland in chat, fib extensions are also going to work great. But we'll see. IWM, I know I got a lot of small caps traders in here. So, pretty cool. Yesterday on Twitter, I kind of had a post, not really blow up, but it had a lot of eyes on it really quickly. And I guess there's a lot of people looking at IWM, and we kind of figured that. It was in the weekly watch list this week. But a lot of people are looking at this to go to 200. They don't really know or have an actual game plan of anything past 200. So if you actually break out at 198.75, this would be a great play towards 200 at first. But actually in my game plan, if you went over it a little bit more, if you get a hold or breakout of 198.75 and 200, you're actually looking for a push towards 204s most likely. You have 205 in the area, you have 201, of course, for a psych target. But 203.70s, 205.50s, these are going to be two really, really good areas, or this entire area as a whole is going to be a good target for if a move holds over 198.75/200. So pretty good movement to the upside if that holds. They actually tried to hold as a dark cloud cover the other day and then pulled up toward the end of the day. I mean, I think we all saw that pump. But they held at a really good spot, and this could actually be a reset candle now to hold them up higher. And you can see they are getting a lot higher of an open buy, a little over $2 right now. So we'll see, do they break out? But they've pretty much are opening right at my level. So it's opening at the level of focus, which is a little creepy to me. So I think they're actually going to reject this at open at IWM and then maybe pump it. But if we get the pump straight up at open, don't be too like scared of missing like the first move. If a retest doesn't ever happen, I'm really not going to complain about that one. We have a lot of other plays possibly going on. Apple, let's look at that one. So here's the bigger time frame chart. I need to start looking at these more with you guys. Because this is stuff I look at on my own, but this is stuff I have in my weekly watch list. These are things we go over in different streams, not really at a set allocated time, so it's kind of not organized. But we go over pretty much every weight of SPY for the most part. But really good move here from the overhead supply turning demand. I actually need to edit that and just call it demand. I don't know why I still have it like that, but a good double bottom occurred there. And then you guys have seen the pump. No news to you guys. But let's go to the smaller time frames and let's see what else we have to deal with. Yeah, starting to deal with a lot of levels from the old all-time high. Yeah, they're going to be dealing with, like, previous day high, pre-market high right at the open. Damn, I'm actually surprised to not see Apple up a lot more, I'll be honest. See, like, Microsoft? New highs. Apple's not doing that yet. AMD's not doing that yet. Of course, AVGO is. Of course, NVIDIA is. I was gonna say, I think we can extend that zone and it still works for us. I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can add your pre-market high. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You can add your pre-market highs like there on Amazon. You have a pre-market high at 157.99. That would be a great breakout target. Actually, this looks crazy how it came down. Like, this is what SPY should do today. That would be super, super bullish for SPY, but I don't think it's going to do all that. It's up so much that it might not actually go down all the way to 485 to retest it. So you might get the hidden retest, you might not. You might get the push, then a better retest. We'll see. But I'm not trying to jump to conclusions and think that this is going to work out for anybody who's not in a trade yet. I'm trying to think of like good trade ideas for people like that. And it's a little hard for a new trader to get into that stuff. So make sure you have a game plan before the open. This is going to give you confidence. See everything I'm going over? It's going to help you out a little bit. And this is how you should be going over stuff on your own. Don't rely on me. You know, come up with your own game plans. If it's based on base it on something. That's a really big key too. I don't think people talk about that enough. Like, if you're gonna come up with a game plan, base it on something, and what you're gonna base it off of needs to be consistent. What are we basing our game plans off of? The levels. How do we get our levels? We draw it the same consistent way, exactly the same every single time. I could delete all of this, go back through, talk to you guys the whole time, rechart it, and I will get the exact same levels. Because that is how consistent the levels are, right? So what we're basing it off of is consistent. So that's what we can get our game plans from. Oh, this is where price is holding. All right, well, let's see if it's support or if they're gonna break through and retest away from it. Like, what are we using to navigate these levels? The entry types, right? The 40%, the 80%, the lead test, the buy the dip, the 4 different types of entry that we use. That's gonna help us navigate each level. Can you go over? Can you can you go back over how we should be following Daffy? Yeah, you definitely should. You guys know me. I try not to hype up people and be like, you know, follow this guy's plays. But I mean, it's crazy to me. You know, some of his plays he's calling out are very cheap. You know, he's not calling out $400 plays, $300 plays. He's not calling out expensive plays. And it's not really calling out. It's just him trading and then him just, you know, kind of sharing his journey. If you want to follow along, you can. Long term, though, can we sustain this rally? And then your next comment is, when do you expect a healthy 10% pullback? All I can say, man, and I don't know if you're trying to come off as like super bearish. I'm not like attacking you or anything, but just from personal experience and just from what I've seen, the moment you turn bearish just because we're making new highs isn't really a good reason to turn bearish. Yes, I understand the economy is like trying to recover. It's in a state, and the news media, all that makes it kind of believe like it's a lot worse than it really is. And things are bad, you know, in a lot of cases they are. Interest rates are barely, you know, being talked about coming down, cooling off, all that good stuff, you know. So I could see why you would be bearish, but just because we're making new highs doesn't mean you should be sitting here talking about when is the 10% pullback. You know, that's not really something that's even in my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know anybody who actually trades and actually makes money who sits here and thinks about statistics like that, because that might just be a bullshit statistic too. You know, over what stat from what bureau are you taking that information from where you think 10% just because we've made a new high is needed? I just don't know what bureau you're getting that from. I don't know why you would want to believe in anything like that. But I know traders who actually make money don't believe in stuff like that. So I know that I don't need to be looking at a 10% healthy pullback just because the market's going up. So also, I want to remind everybody, and this is probably why some people might get into that mindset because of social media. By the way, man, get off social media. You're paying way too much attention to it. But a lot of people get into social media news and posts and stuff like that, and then they turn bearish, and it's just because of new highs and what everyone's talking about and the fear of everyone, you know. And yeah, can we pull back? Yeah, hell yeah, we can. We could come back all the way to whatever level. We could pull back crazy. We could have a crash today for all we know. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I don't think you should be in this mindset where, oh God, when is it going to slow it? Because this is going to stop you from taking plays that go up. This is going to stop you from plays that are clearly hitting your screen. You know, so I just think it limits you. I just think it limits your potential. So don't get into this mindset of like, oh, it has to pull back. Like, not once did you say what's an upside target as well as what's a good downside target. Like, you should be thinking about both sides, not just one or the other, because then you're going to limit yourself. You're already cutting the pie in half if you're sitting there thinking about just one side. So don't do that to yourself. I'm just trying to do that for your mindset, because your mindset is everything. Everything. It's not about the trade. I mean, it is about the trades you take. You want to take quality trades that scream out to you, that push you in. But at the same time, you don't want to build up these fears or these hopes or these dreams, because then it's going to also limit your opportunity. It's going to limit your potential. It's going to limit what trades hit your screen. But if you go back to the beginning of the stream, I covered exactly what we could pull back to. I didn't just sit here and say we're going to go up. So that's another thing too.
I go over both sides in here. Talked about the hidden retest. We talked about what happens if this breaks. Talked about where we can go if it breaks. Talked about upside. Sorry it's so zoomed in so much. It's because I'm on this crop. I'll do 20 in 6 months. So, I mean, there's a lot of possibility for downside as well. I'm just talking about upside right now because we're up. We're going up. We're at 48. Highest probabilities that we probably are going to go toe tap 490. If we don't even do any of that, then we make a new pre-market, or we don't break the pre-market high, sorry, and head towards 490. We're probably going to reject, make lower highs. So I'll be looking for selling pressure. If I see buying pressure step up, that's what I'll look for. So higher lows, bullish candlesticks equals buying pressure. Lower highs and bearish candlesticks equals selling pressure. So that's what we're going to be looking for. All right. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds until the market opens. Pretty good cool-off period for the 10-year. You can see they've ran pretty hard and now hit a really good area of resistance. Slowed down, so they're not really bearish. If they come down here and hold support, this could actually be bad for the market, but we'll see. Same thing for the dollar, except they actually rejected, so that's a good sign for us. For the equity market, that is. So looking to see if the dollar goes down and fills this, and then maybe comes back up. And if so, that would be a good kind of small green day into a end of red day for SPY or overall equity market. So we'll see if that happens or not. That could happen today, tomorrow, over the next couple days. Big news coming out this week, guys. Again, it's not just that earnings season is starting. If you're in the Discord, please check the daily updates channel. There's a lot of big breakdowns in there. Yeah. Oops, what the hell did I just drop? But good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Sorry I haven't had a chance to welcome everybody into chat. I've been going over game plans all morning. But good morning to each and every one of you. Sorry for talking so much. Below 485, 400. Yeah. That's how some people have game plans, though. Micah called out this pump months ago. He's a market maker. Good morning and happy Wednesday to all. No, I like Micah. I pressure him a lot, but it's just because he jokes around a lot. Kevo said, if I would have kept the 50 contracts I had yesterday, I would have quit my job today. 20% pullback coming tomorrow. Truth, I'm a blank-ass bear at the moment. Still made money on calls today. The setup was just clean, not to take. Quick 39% and out. Good job, Tobias. Tobias is our Europe trader. I believe you're in... Somebody help me. I can't remember the name, man. I was going to say a city name, and then I forgot it. He's somewhere over there. Amsterdam. Oh, dude, I was just about to say it. It just hit my head. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tobias. 45 retest levels of mark. I'll wait for retest and send 490. I mean, if you don't get that retest, Kevo, draw that hidden retest fib that I showed you. Because I promise you, that is probably going to get retested. If you hear noises, by the way, it's me exiting Boeing at open.
All right. Good morning, Adam. How you doing? My bad. Catching up on messages again. What's up, Green Candlestick? What's up for lots of loud typing this morning? No, I'll probably do more talking today. I don't want to spam chat or annoy y'all. Josh, any thoughts on Neo down here? Honestly, I have no thoughts on any Chinese stocks right now. I'm kind of just on a pause for those at the moment. Because I just can't. Uh, 9:45 PMI news may equal dip entry, or it may just pump. Our market is just easy to not trade it. Gap up on us pumping after our session, then we sell, and then the American pumpers wake up and we joink up again. So hitting that spot, then premium has just decayed, and the first fund manager smashes that buy button, and the moment I make my trade of the day. David Q closing his SPY swing calls for 292%. 58% on Netflix 545 calls. No, you're good, Adam. That wasn't a bad question. A lot of Chinese stocks are going crazy right now, so it's good to kind of think about them now. But to be honest with you, I'm just not focused on them yet. But I think in the near term, we can definitely pull them up again and see what's going up. It's just everyone's looking at it. I just don't like to be in crowded trades, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not joking. You go to Twitter right now, and it is a cesspool of Chinese charts. It's crazy. Everybody thinks they know what the Chinese economy is going to do all of a sudden. I didn't realize everybody was in the triple CP all of a sudden. It's crazy. I didn't realize everybody was like a communist. Everybody suddenly knows what China's economy is going to do. Their economy is horrible. Their real estate market's even worse than ours. They have entire cities with no people in it. And I think this has been a thing that everybody's known for a very long time. It's like, no, you're finally seeing the effects of this, the ripple effect. The country is failing. They have more people than us, and they're doing worse than us. Getting that trade review ready? Yeah, I can't... Honestly, tell me when you get that trade review ready. I want to look at it on stream. Close one run. Oh my god, Kevo. Yeah, share y'all's stuff in, like, trade review channel. Like, go in there, share whatever you want. And then we're going to pull it up, because y'all are going crazy. React is typing Roku like he's up an insane amount. Roku! Probably they don't know the Chinese ETF. Oh, no, everybody knows it, dude. Everybody knows KWeb. Everybody knows this. Everybody and their mother knows this ticker. Everybody knows this ticker. It's crazy. You would think people don't know, but no, everybody knows. Also, if you're looking at, like, the daily time frame, you're going to get a... Oh, what the hell's going on here? Oh, wrong button. If you look at the daily time frame, this is what's kind of scaring me more. But to be honest, you probably should be watching this on a weekly time frame. But if this was a fake low and then a bot retake, that would be a lot of liquidity right here for a really nice move. So you could look at the EVEs, and they actually could get a nice bounce. But if not, and this also fails, I don't know what to take away from that chart, because if so, that's just a very bad retest, and this might actually bring it down a lot more. So it's a very weird scenario right now for this one, but this is what I'm looking at. Recent lows, I'm looking at the weekly time frame. But it isn't a spot where damage could be done as well as a retake could be had, and then bulls could try to staircase back up over time. So maybe over the next couple months you do see them work towards 30s. But we'll see. I just don't want to jump to conclusions yet. Everyone's looking at this, and honestly, it's not moving as crazy as everyone is admitting, so I don't really care for it. Plus, it's China market. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some economist who knows what the hell they're talking about. Look at my sign. Please open here. This is what I'm looking at on Boeing, though. I guess we could... Nah, I'm not going to draw a lead test. It's not really fair to draw that, I guess. Could draw this, I guess. But that's what my chart is on Boeing.
MCHI. Yeah, they also have another one that's for like tech, for just tech Chinese stocks, because this is kind of like KWeb in a way. But there's another one I can't remember, but it's like it's not, it is like KWeb too, I guess though. They all kind of look like KWeb in a sense. Yeah, Netflix up a freaking bag. Good job, earnings. You're crazy, by the way, Kevo. But I love that you're up a bag on that. I'm gonna go back to the 5-minute on SPY. I'm gonna take equities off. Or extended hours off. It's kind of weird to leave the chart like this, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what we can draw, though? We can draw our overnight gap fib. So we're gonna get the previous day close, and we're gonna go to today's open. This is where we can really grab that hidden retest, the overnight fib. If you guys have, who's all seen the, throw a show of hands, who's all seen the overnight video with me and Leland going over overnight fibs, drawing the fib from the overnight gap up or gap down. This also could have been a gap down that we looked at. I need to adjust my... There we go. It's only been 8 minutes since the open, guys, so I'm just chilling on the 5-minute for now, and then we'll change as we need to. But right now we're looking for short-term movement to either break 487.50 or 487.90s, so we're kind of stuck in a tiny spot right now. If we do get to crack down to 487.50s, it's really not super bearish yet. You really got to wait for a better retest of something first, but if it does push through, technically it could go down to 46.35, 485.90s. If you get a retest under 47.50, that'd be better as well. Maybe even under the recent low right here. But it's really hard to give you guys a new trade idea for shorts. Just saying, oh, if you just short from here to here. It's like, nah, I mean, it could just randomly hold and then go back up because we are in an uptrend. This is up, so technically you should be thinking up. So, might get a retest here. Might get a retest here. Might just push through 47.90s and pump. But nice higher open. I know a lot of you guys are closing a lot of your swing trades. You can post those in the chat if you want. I was about to open them up and start looking at it. And yeah, look at Daffy. Huge gains, 540%, 390%, and also showing his losses. He's down 27% on Oxy still. Eric reminding everybody news, 439%. Up 20% on Oxy. He's up more than than Daffy. That's funny. Oh, you did share the fib extensions. Whoops. I shouldn't have shared that. I was like, what the hell's in here? Tesla over pre-market high might be a thing, actually. News in 5 minutes. Called by Eric. Oh, they did get the lower close. Ruh-roh. I don't even remember the name of my own results channel. There it is. Done typing back to YouTube chat, reading y'all. Tobias says, boys, I am shaking. From 0.4 per contract to 3.1 in 30 minutes on 10 contract. Tobias, you're insane. You're killing it. He said congrats. Oh, Timmy said congrats on y'all swingers. Apple losing opening print. That's what Green Candlestick said. They bought the dip quick up back on Apple. Yeah, we got 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Eric keeps saying news. Got news in 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You heard it here first. Actually, you heard it from Eric first. He said, so into your trades now. That was sarcastic, but that was funny. News is about to come out. Oh, I gotta enter more trades. Fuck. The dollar is down. Yes, sir. I will in a second. News is about to come out. I want to see what the movement on SPY is going to do. We do have a close under 47.50. This could be seen as a single candle down, but nothing crazy yet. It's like the perfect setup right before news. They're under a level and it makes people think it's super bearish while we're up a lot. So, news comes out. See if we get the break over today's open and pre-market high for more bulls, or are we going to get a continuation down for a potential retest, which might set up a potential buy the dip later. We'll see though. Yeah, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Definitely would appreciate it. Thank you guys. We have over 70 people in here. Over 110 people have clicked on today's stream. That is crazy. A lot of people. We're getting a little bit of a dip at the open. Like Eric has been telling us all morning, there's news coming out. And they're wicking it again. You have a lot of services and manufacturing and composite PMI numbers coming out. Looks like every single one of them beat the forecast as well as the previous. Okay. You have crude oil inventories coming out, which is the last biggest piece of news today. Coming out in another 45 minutes at 9:30 my time. And then at noon, you have the 5-year note auction, which isn't really the important one. So if you get moving from that, whatever, but it shouldn't really do much. Plus, it's at noon. It'll be at lunchtime anyway. You shouldn't be pressing the issue at that time anyway. And then you have IBM and Tesla earnings today. Those are the two big boys. There's a lot of other earnings though. I could show them all and you would freak. Here, we'll go show you all. Why not? So here's all the earnings this week. You go to savvytrader.com and then click on earnings. You don't even have to be signed in to see this. But week of January 22nd, you can see we have a lot of earnings that came out this morning. AT&T is a big one, Abbott. But Tesla, IBM, these are the two big boys coming out today. If you want to lower the list too, you can do like 10 billion or 100 billion. You could limit the list to just the big boys if you want. So if you don't like looking at a billion earnings that don't matter to you, you don't have to. You can limit the list. Another cool thing about financialjuice.com, by the way, I'm reading the news from just here, like what's coming out. But also, you should scroll up, and it's at the very top. It's pinned here, unless you click the X, which you shouldn't do. But it says Economic Indicators US, read here. You can do the Europe one as well if you're someone who's in Europe. But if you're a US trader, I would definitely click on that. And you can scroll all the way down to Wednesday. You can read about the interest rate decision from Canada. You can read about the services and manufacturing numbers that just came out and what they do, what to expect, what they can possibly do to the markets. And then, of course, the crude oil coming out at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. So. The dollar's flipping green. Jeez. You're waiting patiently for oil news? That's smart. Nice wick up here. Multiple in a row. No retake of anything yet, but could start. Alright, now let's check out some of these charts y'all are posting. What's up, Mr. Clean? Here's Tobias's post. This is the one we're looking for. So from point 1, just made 2.6K in 30 minutes. It went so fast my broker is not even showing it properly. Good job, man. I'm so happy for you, Tobias. Seriously, great job. Yeah, literally showing it like over 3K. Kick ass though, dude. What am I watching? What I am watching prior to news. So he's looking for a nice little squeeze that's happening from the open. Good looks, Eric. Just watching the highs and the lows. We talked about the power of trend navigation. Just looking for the highs, the lows, the higher lows, the lower highs. Loving the post this morning. If there's any big movers on the market that I'm not aware of, be sure to also share if you want. We'll go through the rest of this list on my left side of my screen here in a minute. Nvidia, Semi's getting another push. AMD, AVGO. Yeah, I saw AVGO was fucking killing it in pre-market too. And yeah, that's the 5-minute chart. AVGO gapping up. Nvidia making a new high. AMD holding the bullish retest yesterday, getting a nice higher open and a nice higher close, or nice higher push so far. I shouldn't say close yet. This could send them to 180. I know that's crazy to say out loud, but that's the next level there for them. For Nvidia, it's, see, we're past 600 now, which is what I said 540, and then I said, yeah, 600. Now it's like, and now I'm just going off psychological numbers. It'd be 610, 620, 625, 630, 635, 640. Like, honestly, you should be watching every $5 on some of these. Semis, though, have really good movement, though, and they've been moving together. So if those go a lot more than your $5 increments, that also wouldn't surprise me. You guys need to stop watching. I got this straight from Elon Musk himself. Y'all got to stop watching Tesla on the daily. You got to go to the weekly. That's what he said. So go to the weekly, and I did. I followed what he said. I went to the recent supply that we just broke and then tried to hold as support, and this is what we're stuck inside of again. God, my dog is loud. So I'm focused on the weekly more so than the daily, and if you do look at the daily, it's okay. Make sure you're looking at levels and information that's from the weekly at least. I feel like that will at least be helpful. But I like the game plan though. Nice slower action. Google though also getting a retest of the 2-day ago high and making a move higher. Could be a good bounce buy. Meta getting outside of its inside bar. That's the reason there's only 2 levels on this screen. It's because yesterday we made an inside bar. I actually forgot to draw these. There's the high and the low of that previous day. Go back to the 5-minute. You can see they went down after hitting the top of the bar, came down, held the top of the inside bar, and then broke and closed higher. So this is very bullish from that candle. A break under 390.35s can bring that back down. But nice inside bar confirmation so far. We'll be making new highs. Could move on the banks. UNH got a nice little move here into the gap fill. See if they get a dip buy or if they do want to break back under previous day close. Netflix is on crack mode after a great earnings. 560, that's pretty nuts. Then it wants to be the same price as Nvidia. Coin. See, this is another one you guys gotta start watching, but it's on the weekly. Like, you can't watch this on the daily right now. I'll be right back. Hold up. Okay, I was making sure there wasn't, like, someone robbing my house. My dog's, like, fighting them. Realistic, right? So, what I was going to say, though, is on the weekly, we could be forming an inside candle. So, we're going to be watching to see if that continues to hold or not. Of course, it is not the end of the week yet, so that isn't fair to say that it's holding. But that could be the case at the end of the week, so we don't know yet. Yankee looking for more basing on that, but I like it so far. They're in a good support. John Deere left without me again. Costco hit all-time high just under 700, have slowed down. Not only have they slowed down, they've made another inside candle, so this is very interesting. Dollar wicked up, and the 10-year wicked up. I read those backwards just now. PayPal, I'm still pretty bullish on this as long as it holds this recent high, which is basically 64. So I'm kind of watching the low of this day to 64 to see what this is going to do for short-term direction. Boeing, I'm pretty bearish on this for a lot of reasons. It just might take its sweet time. But I do believe over time this will be pretty much under 200 soon. Unless it retakes this area here and works back into the 230s. Which that all could take a lot of time. Another potential lower high here on Roku after another impulse buy. Really good support bounce though. Could look for a higher low to maybe change the trend here. Because you definitely have this downtrend. Come on. You definitely have this downtrend working with highs and lows. And then if they break this and they were to come back down and hold this, that would be a better sign because that could be a change in trend. Of course you don't draw the lines like that, but just visual wise that would be helpful. Snow getting another higher open. Nice move. Like ADD was up very high against the 2000 mark, is currently breaking back down, so there's a lot more selling than buying going on the New York Stock Exchange at least. Bank of America not really doing much. We talked about this hitting the 32s. I haven't really covered it since then, so it's not really fair for me to sit here and say I called this. No, I just thought it was going to come up and hit this area, which it did in that day. Since then, they've gone up at the top of the next area, slowed down, made an inside candle, got a higher open. So maybe this is trying to like break into this area, build some support to work back higher, or this is just a fake buy and we're going to get some liquidity drop. And then Walmart, last one. I still like this a lot for bullish retest, and like I said before, it just might take its sweet-ass time. It's like what I said on Boeing going down. Like Walmart will probably go up over time if it continues to hold this blue area. But just not going to go super fast. It's not going to be like trading a semiconductor like AVGO or Nvidia or AMD. It's not going to be like trading these, that's for sure. All right, back to the smaller time frames. I'm probably sick and tired of looking at the daily. Still getting a potential, I don't want to say bearish retest, but we have had a loss of 487.50s and a potential, you know, hold under this with bearish candlesticks with lower highs. Visual selling pressure is what I'm saying. This could bring us down towards that middle of the day retest, kind of. So we'll see. Out of my mentally exhausting Nvidia swing with 100% profit on the runner. Stonks only go up. Sinful. That is crazy. Round of applause to you. Hidden Land saying AMD new 52-week high. I think it's a new all-time high as well. Or is it not? Is your dog a hound? Sounds like one. I don't really remember. She's an American Bulldog, but she doesn't look like one. I made 293% on Netflix. Kevo, good stuff, man. Woof woof, good woof woof. I just jinxed SPY with a call option. Sorry, gang. Sorry, guys. Tried to chase. It came down. If you're in puts, you can thank me. Potential lead test, too. Yeah, we just don't have a break of structure. Like, we broke a level, but we didn't really break any actual structure. You know, that's what a lead test is a break of structure, and then you get a lower high. That's what a lead test is. It's just a very good lower high retest. This isn't really a break of anything yet. I know we talked about it could bring in selling pressure here under 47.50s. I just don't want to sit here and call it a 80% or a lead test because, guys, we gapped up. We're in the up direction right now. So if there is some pullback, I got to think of it as a potential retest for buyers over the fact that it's coming down. So, yes, you can take some short-term trades to the downside. I'm just saying we did gap up. We are definitely bullish, so... Some short-term scalps to the downside from here could have some good risk if you keep a stop at 47.50. I think today's open would be too far. But you got to remember that we gapped up. So if this gets bought up, it's not, you can't sit here and beat yourself up and be like, oh, well, I made a mistake. No, you didn't. We gapped up. It's bullish. So just remember that. If you're trading against the trend, just remember if you take the loss, it's just clear as day. So try to have tight risk. Bank of Canada held their interest rates at a steady 5%. Piper Sandler analyst Matt Farrell maintains Netflix with a neutral and raises the price target from $4.75 to $5.50. Another day, another new all-time high for Nvidia. Literally. Review posted, boss. Alright, I'm checking it out now, David. Thank you for telling me. Wait, where am I looking? Oh, probably in the results channel. Doi. So here, Jay, our notorious swing trading king, killing it again. Not really surprised by this, man, honestly. I'm not surprised. Get your numbers up, Jay. These aren't surprising. Get them up. No, I'm kidding. I'm very happy for you, Jay. Good job killing it again on Netflix. Let's see what David Q here did. Let's just go ahead and add the fire. We already know it's going to be fire. Entered calls near close for a swing as buyers held us above 482s for 2 days in a row, which gave me extreme confidence that we would get a higher open towards 485s/487s. We got the higher open, and I took profits immediately for 292% as we're above 487.50s. Beautiful job, David. Beautiful job. I love that you didn't even care about what else happens today. because you have such a large gain. It's like, who cares, you know? Kick ass, man. Seriously, kick ass. And it looks like the trade idea is working. On a new low, you guys can take some quick scalp gains. And I would definitely recommend this today due to the fact we did have a higher open and we are bullish. Until proven otherwise. A proven otherwise situation would be a break of 485, 484.80s. That could bring us back into range. But don't be scared to take quick profits on these drops with these trade ideas we're going over today, because you do not want to be caught in this uptrend. And you can see how much caution I'm trying to apply to every time I talk about this, because I do not want anybody getting trapped. Hit that fade away. But good job to anybody who who was here with the trade idea. I saw Mel talk about entering plays. I saw a couple people talk about entering shorts in chat. So great job everybody who paid attention or did it on their own. I don't care where you got it from. I'm just happy for you. Let's see if this continues or not. If it does, this is going to be a better take profit for any runners you might have towards 46.35. But don't be greedy. Remember, we only like this because of what, guys? Can anybody tell me why we like this? Why did we like this for short-term shorts? Short-term shorts. Why did we like this? Mel said, yep, got that, now at 45%. The gap fib, yes. Also why? Not just the gap fib. That's not really a good enough reason. What else made us like puts before the drop? Why do we like short-term puts? For the retest of the bigger move up, yes, but also what happened here? Selling pressure. We had selling pressure step in. You had a break of today's open. And then, yeah, you got a little bit of a retest here. Come on, man. I'm going to turn this off for a second. This is crazy. We had a little bit of a retest here between the level that it broke and the low of the candle that broke it. This candle here. So you had a break of it, and you had lower highs show up. We made a new low, so we had lower lows. So we had lower highs and lower lows. We had a change in trend from the open, but we didn't know it until we had a break of a level, and the gap fib is what we're targeting. By the way, you should be taking a lot of your profits on your runners right now. Don't be one of those greedy people who are just sitting in your shorts for some reason. We're at a very big, important gap fib. If you only have one contract, don't be that guy that's sitting in it forever. If you have multiple contracts, I recommend taking a lot of profits and leaving runners if you want and lowering your stop loss. So you don't have to worry about going red in your trade. You can stay green. And, yes, good call out. We never reclaim the open. But remember that, guys. Buying pressure and selling pressure. This is what you're looking for around your levels and anything on your screen. That is what should be pushing you in and out of your trades, not, oh, I'm up 5%. Oh, Billy in chat told me to get into puts. Like, no, that's not what should be pushing you in or out of trades. You should be pushing yourself in and out of trades with your confirmations. At the 50%. Great job, everybody. Good job, Mel. Now, if we get an inside bar, I will not be surprised. Good job, everybody who took the shorts, though. I'm very happy for you guys. What is going on? There we go. Oh, good job, Rambo. Good job, Daffy. Y'all can give me credit all you want, but I know for a fact y'all saw the same thing. And I'm happy to see that everybody's looking at the right stuff. Killing it, killing it. He said tight stop and I'm out. That's what I like to see. Good risk. Good risk. Didn't put $1 billion on it. I like to see it. Which I don't think anybody here has $1 billion anyway. Rambo's probably the closest. Can we get some red candlesticks in chat? Watch the market just starts pumping as we're posting red candlesticks. They inverse our YouTube stream chat. That would be some shit. Red and green. I like it, Rambo. I like it. You passed the secret test. 4880 psych was a perfect trim. Good job, Leland. came in the live stream to see this. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Glad to see you, man. I'm secretly Jeff Bezos. I have $1 billion. Exactly, no bias. Rambo leading by example. We're not bears or bulls in here. And that's the problem with most like social media, and this is why I really recommend to stop checking it so much. It's like, it's good to check, I guess, for other opinions and see like what the wide variety of opinions are, because it is kind of cool just to see what the popular opinion is on certain things. But you don't really need to be checking that stuff though every single day and looking for opinions to truly believe in. And I don't know, like, you really should believe in yourself and everything you're looking at, you know? And if you want to look at side stuff, that's great. But you should never have that stuff sway your opinion. And if it does, then you probably should stop looking at it. Because that's what's going to create bias. You're going to be like, oh my god, everyone's bearish on here. I should also be bearish. And then you become one of the people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. My brother in Christ. Rambo. Who are you? Ace, Nam Lee, Fake Mojo, Tali, Gary. Didn't you win one the other day too? You're getting a lot of them. I think you can actually stack them, by the way. Steph, Queen Sylvia, Ran 90 Finder, Tristan, I can't read. VC. Seriously, like, thank you, Rambo. That is crazy. Again, guys, he didn't just gift the channel 10 times 5, so $50. He didn't just gift the channel $50. He also gifted 10 people an entire month access to the membership videos, which there are 93 videos in this, as well as a ton of oh, I clicked on the wrong button. Membership. You click this button here. You can read about the perks. You can read about the cool stars and what the hell they even mean. And then you can go through all the videos, all the content, all that good stuff. But seriously, check this stuff out while you have time. Rambo just blessed 10. Rambo, you're insane. Seriously. Is there anything you'd like to say to the chat so I can pin it? I'll pin it for you. Checking Spy for 5 seconds. Is there anything you'd like to say to the chat that you want me to pin? You deserve it. You deserve at least that. Damn, I didn't have gifts on. Aw, that sucks, dude. It's stupid you have to turn that on. Because it's like, come on, who would not accept a gift? Let's be honest here. Someone's throwing out free memberships. I mean, you know, you're going to accept it. That's crazy, man. Seriously, shout out to Rambo. He did not have to do that. This is why he has his own emoji in here. He said, thank you for all the positive vibes. I'm pinning that. That is the pin message of the day. Thank you, man. Seriously. I really do, and I appreciate the $50, but I really do mean it when I say I hope everybody that got that membership actually goes and checks out what's there, because there is some insanely amazing info in there. Some course content. There's all kinds of non-course content, of course. That's just for the channel. But I really am excited for anybody who just got that membership from Rambo. That is crazy that you just did that. You are seriously the coolest fucking person around. That is awesome. First like, good morning. Such a sweet gesture. Bro. That's Rambo, though. That's our boy. And here y'all can see their gains. I want y'all to see their gains, too. The trades they took. Not just what we talked about in stream, what they did. Great job, guys. Oh, man, this chat's so badass. It really went from, like, you gotta, like, teach everyone everything to, like, everyone who's learned something from back then is now teaching everyone everything. Like, all the people who were learning a couple months ago or a couple years ago are all the people teaching other people now. It really is, like, a weird effect going on in our chat, and I fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. Everyone's killing it. And if you're not killing it, you're progressing. And that's honestly the most important thing you can do. Do anything but quit. Doesn't matter if you're slow as hell. Doesn't matter if you're dumb. Because none of that matters in the stock market. What matters is what strategy you trade by and how well you know it. How well do you know yourself and how well do you know your strategy? Has nothing to do with IQ. Has nothing to do with what you started with. I'm slacking, but I'll be back. Don't just say it, do it. Hey, but you're in transition right now, so take your time. You're trying to go from one job to another. Don't pressure yourself. Don't apply more pressure right now during an important time of transition. So, exactly. Got a lot going on. So, no point in pressuring yourself. But we will see you back when you have more time. I'm not even worried about it. When you have a losing trade, it's not failure, it's feedback. No bout, I doubt it. Good morning, Paper Hands. How you doing, man? I keep saying man like everybody here's a man. What's up, man? But right now, we did have an inside bar. I told y'all it would happen. So what we're going to see now is possibly a positive print, which is already kind of happening, and they'll most likely go and retest any of this. And what we're going to either get is a continuation lower high, which will lead to another pullback, or the higher likely scenario, this is just a bullish retest and they are going back up. If we get a new high of day, there's a very good chance that we want to go towards 490. We also have 488.50, 49 if you want to throw psychological numbers up. But thank you guys. We're almost at 50 likes on today's stream. We've had over 160 people click on today's stream. Over 80 people in here right now. That's crazy. That's a lot of people. Welcome all of you. I hope any of you have been enjoying some of the content, whether it's in the members only section or non-member section. It doesn't matter. But I hope you guys enjoy it. The transition is only big because I've been at my current job for 12 years. I'm so comfortable here. Yeah, but I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna transition fast when you get to that new place because they'll look up to you and you'll be a lot more homegrown there. You know, you'll be more invested into everything and the development of that area. So I don't know. I think you're gonna transition into a great spot. Yo, Rambo, thank you, bro. That's what Fake Mojo said. Mojo, you're killing it with the membership giveaways lately, huh? I don't know how you're doing it. I gotta post Rambo's thing. That was seriously like the coolest thing anyone's done in a while. 10 memberships is a lot. Like I don't think anybody will top 10 at one time. That's a lot. I know you're probably like, that's only like 50 bucks. No, that's a lot though. Like for memberships, that's crazy. 10 people. That's an eighth of the people who are watching right now. And we get an average of a little over 200 viewers per stream, so that would literally be a very good percentage of that. That's a lot of people. Shout out to Rambo. Oh my god, I have to type y'all's name. Why doesn't Twitter just like pick up I'm typing Rambo and I follow Rambo and it picks up Rambo? Why do I have to type his handle perfectly letter by letter? That doesn't make any sense. Twitter, fix your search bar, man. Or X, sorry. I knew Triple Q was the way to go. I'll get it tomorrow. Let me check out Triple Q, man. Sorry. It does look like it got a lot more movement, though. Good looks. My bad. I didn't even check it once during the open market. We talked about it, but I didn't go over it, so I'm not going to sit here and try to take credit for anything. Wow, they didn't even go to the halfway point. Jesus. They were like, we're stopping here. They held a higher low from there. This is a completely different chart from SPY. Didn't touch here, and they made a higher low, whereas SPY just made lower highs the whole time and made it down to here. But that's a good sign to see the Triple Qs popping a new high. This could cause for them to hit their next psychological area, which is 430, but you can add every dollar if you want. So 428, 429, 430. But the major ones will be the $5 mark. So your 430, 435, 425, 427.50. Your quarters, your 50s, those are going to be really good marks for psychological numbers. You can also use fib extensions if you go from the breakout point. But that's really up to you if that's something you're into. Good looks, though. It does look like triple Qs were the move, though. They made a good high or low. We had one, like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend this wasn't a good trade. It was a good trade, but it wasn't as massive as catching a good dip like this. You know, following the trend. This is a nice move so far. And with possibility of moving more. Where our trade, it was very limited. Still good nonetheless. It does look like Q's got some good movement. Mel saying, "Come down, ugly." Oops. Okay. Finally. And I think we all knew this because of Tesla, but XLY is a sector that hasn't left the train station yet. This could be gearing up for more. And this is kind of what I was doing on my weekly watch list, if you checked it out this week, was I looked at IWM, because I didn't really like how everybody was looking at SPY and Triple Q and looking at the major weights. Like, everybody's looking at Tesla right now, let's be honest. But I think hands are starting to get kicked out of it because everybody's getting bored of looking at it because it's not moving as much, as well as people who are already in calls are losing lately. So it's probably burning a lot of people out of watching right now, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for. So we'll look at the weekly and the daily for Tesla, but I'm waiting for more hands to be out of that. But IWM was another reason why I was looking at this, because you have SMCI as the largest weight of this, which is semiconductors, as you guys know, which is crazy. I didn't even realize that. It's like 0.8% of this sector, so that's a big reason this has been doing really well over the past couple days. But for the big reason, though, if this is just a reset here and doesn't form like a dark cloud cover, this really could get a push over 198.75s into 200s. But like I said, if no push happens over this and it does reject and you get a break under 196s, you will most likely get a retest of this gap fill. So you have a gap fill here, you have the play over 200. That's really what you have going for this chart right now. So anybody who's looking at IWM, that's what you're focused on. But just remember, SMCI does have an effect on it, just a little bit. Which I don't even know if most people knew that. I didn't really realize that till the other day. Kind of blows your mind when you look at like an ETF or a breakup of something and you see its holdings and you're like, oh, this is why it's been moving so well. It's because this is in it. Check XLY on the RRG charts on the ROR channel. I'll pull it up. So Daffy posts these a lot, pretty much once every week. Sometimes he'll wait to post it till the next week because nothing changed. But let's look at the XLY chart. Believe it or not, it was one of the first ones he posted too. So here's XLY. I know it's kind of hard to look at first, but if you know what you're looking at, it's not. So just remember what you're looking at. So here's like the prices, the momentum of everything, right? You got your improving, you got your ones that are leading, you have your ones that are slowing down, you have your ones that are down in the dirt and trying to improve, and you can see Tesla, the one I'm talking about. It's down here in the dirt, and it started picking back up momentum-wise, so it's kind of lagging. It's lagging very heavily. So very nice to see. And that's just from this recent day. He posted that this week. That was on the 22nd. That was on Sunday. Monday. Oh, no, that was Monday morning, wasn't it? He's got his other sectors here, too, if you want to look at these. They're kind of cool to look at, too, if you have access to stockcharts.com. Or not. Is it stockcharts.com? It's one of those. But you can mess with the scroll bar here, this thing. You can, like, mess with the tail length, and then you can click animate. And you can even mess with this chart. You can make it spin around. It's kind of cool watching how things actually rotate, sector rotate. Everyone talks about it. But it's cool to see it in a visual way as well. Like, just cool to see that visually. Groot said, "I'm changing my religion to the house of Nvidia." That actually got me. Yo, high key, I'm joining that house. Wow. Kevo, that last FT and T runner, I just saw what you posted. That's crazy. Let's go. Mel, 77% on the halfway. Fib getting hit. Proud of you on that one. Good job, Mel. See, I want to go over this. I want to go over this. So we should expect a retest of pre-market high. Right now, you're kind of dealing with this whole region here between pre-market high, today's open, and then this 487.50 level, which is a psychological number. So could be seeing a short-term bearish retest here. A retake over all of this would be a very good sign. And if this does reject your short-term and holds a higher low, this still has a chance of pushing back over. So really, you should just be kind of pending here, waiting for bulls to take over with higher lows pending, because we are in an uptrend. We are technically holding a higher low, or flipping to more bears if you see the break of both the control point and the golden pocket. Sorry, I'm trying to say too much at once. But I want to go over this. I'm not joking. Holy crap! 1 second. My dog's like, he wants to go over something. It's time to bark more. So I want to go over this. So yesterday, and this is to show, like, we don't just get on to people. Like, I always give credit where it's due every single time. And Mel deserves some credit now. So the other day, this was his trade from yesterday, and then we're gonna go over his trade from today. So I'm gonna show you the big difference between them, and I'm also tell you the notes that we gave him. And this is all Mel's adjustment. So all credit to Mel. So yesterday, Mel got into some puts. A beautiful entry, by the way. Great entry. He's always really good at entries. I sound like I'm Trump right now. Really good entries. The best in the world. Like, no. But really, really good entry. He sniped it. Got the break of the open. We had a lower high. They gave us a lot of lower highs. But it almost just looks like a bear flag sitting there. Breaks down and gets his impulse move. Then he takes the retest of that. And then he takes puts, right? One big thing we got onto him about yesterday was that he didn't take any profits at previous day low on the first dip. He gets into this play, it takes dip, awesome. I can get not taking profits here, but maybe trimming some. But he gets a good retest, and then it breaks through the previous day low. That's the time to trim a really good size of that position. And what did Mel do? He didn't do anything. He held on to it, he got greedy, and he talked about this. He said every bit of this himself too. I'm not sitting here like calling him out or anything. He was greedy. We all talked about this. But he ends up getting into more contracts. What does he do? He doesn't cut it. He doesn't take small profits. He doesn't do any of that. He gets into more contracts. Then he trims. So it's almost like if you cut this in half, it's like, who the hell took this trade? And then it's like, oh my God, Mel, great job. You know, but they're in the same trade. It's the same exact trade. So he made a little bit of a mistake there. It didn't bite him in the ass at all, but he made a very big mistake there, and it could have definitely hurt him. What did he do today? Go back to today. What did my boy do today? Now, it isn't the same exact trade because, of course, we don't have the breakdown or anything, but we were all looking at this. He gets back onto the same chart, right? Gets back in the same game plan. He likes that it's got this push down. He likes that it's just kind of holding to the right. He likes this lower high. We all talked about the lower highs this morning, and he gets in. What does he do this time as it gets down to this recent low, as well as what does he do when it gets down to the only fib we're watching this morning? He takes profits. He didn't skip out on it. He didn't sit there and go, I'm going to buy more. I'm going to keep holding the ones I got. He didn't do any of that. He took his profits. He took his gains. So huge adjustment by Mel today. Everybody shout out Mel today. Seriously, round of applause for Mel. It's hard to overcome greed. It is. I would say it's probably one of the hardest things to do. Because it's really hard to do it in the moment. Like afterwards, it's so easy to say, oh, I should have done this. It's so easy to say I would have, could have, should have shit afterwards. It's so easy to do that. All of us do it. But it is so hard to make a real-time adjustment like that. In that quick amount of time. That was literally just yesterday to today. So seriously, huge shout out to Mel today. I wanted to give him that credit. Now, don't let it go to your head, Mel. I want to still see you be disciplined. But I just wanted you to know I did realize what happened. Perfect by the dip. We broke a high, then retested it, which also happened to be the golden pocket. Took profit literally on one con for 16%, and then sold the last one at my target for 24%. Creator trades, legend. Eric said news in less than 2 minutes. Is this the crude oil news, Eric? Is this the 10:30 crude oil news? Yes, okay. That was weird. I read you in Discord and then I clicked over to YouTube and I read it again. Thank you, Eric. You're on top of it, dude. Seriously. Credit to Eric too, but I'm not done. I want you to do some more first, and then I wanna hype you up. But you've been doing great, Eric. Stay on that path. Don't change a damn thing you're doing. You're doing great. You got that routine down, and that's really all you needed. That's really what all anyone needs. Just that routine. You got it. Mel needs his own emoji. He does. Exactly. I know you don't need it. I'm gonna pressure you down into some diamonds, man. He has one, the red can. Oh yeah, he does have his own emoji. The red candlestick is technically Mel's. Yo, what's up, Carter Propstreet? I know exactly who you are. I recognize that name. I mean, I don't know exactly who you are. I don't like have your IP address or anything. But happy to see you in here, man. How you doing? Oh, I gotta stretch. All good, Daffy. I talked about this live on stream yesterday, and I talked about it with Leland yesterday. You know, you kept getting into Oxy, but it still didn't really outweigh a whole lot of what your winners were. Like, you had such big winners, it almost, like, destroys what your loss was. So that's cool. Your boy fell off the wagon, fighting to get back on. Take your time, man. It's building a routine, like kind of what I was just talking about with Eric and Mel, you know, just kind of having your routine set. Just so you have some stability or something to fall back towards, you know, because it's really hard to, like, make a mistake. Or not even make a mistake, just, like, taking a loss or just, like, hitting a bump in the road in real life and then, like, getting back into trading. Like, it's very hard. So you got to have, like, a set routine of, like, how I want to draw my levels, how I want to have my game plan set, what I want to trade off of, what I want to trade for, you know, and then also what do I want to do each day? Do I want to look at what news is in the morning? Do I want to wake up 30, 45 minutes for the market, look at some stuff, and then, you know, get my mindset? Do I want to, you know, whatever your routine is. I'm just kind of naming my routine. But, you know, finding that routine and then sticking to it, that should be your motivation. That should be your goal. Because maintaining is the hardest part. It's not getting green trades, not trading red trades, it's not any of that. It's maintaining. Maintaining is by far the hardest part. And that's kind of what you're talking about. You know, fell off the wagon, fighting to get back on. It's not like about making money to most people. It really is like just staying in the game. It's hard. Maintaining is by far the hardest part, and nobody talks about it. This is probably one of my most talked about subjects because of that. It's very hard to get over that. I deal with it all the time. All of my friends deal with it all the time. It's hard to not just stay motivated. I'm not even talking about motivation. Just having that continuous cycle of doing the same thing over and over again. Very hard going to go back to the basics and review courses, try to get back in a rhythm. Yeah, take your time. You have lifetime, I think, if I remember correctly. So you have access to all that. So take your time, go through it. Make new logins if you don't remember your old ones. Also, go through some of the membership videos. And if you do have lifetime, I believe you do. Okay, he does. Go to the... What is it called? Is it extra videos or trading videos? I have two different channels with the same name, basically. Trading videos is in premium, but you should just skip over to extra videos in the lifetime section because that already has all the stuff in there. So I would check that out. But a lot of really good info in those channels for just whatever you're looking for. All right, so I wanted to go over something for a friend that messaged me on Discord the other day, but I don't want to single them out and call them out and all that stuff. But somebody asked me the other day. Actually, let me go back to the beginning. I should have probably prepared myself. They said. So there's someone who wanted to look at the courses, and you guys know me. I probably sell people away from the course more than I sell it to people. But somebody hit me up and was saying, you know, should I get the courses first? I've never used your system. What should I do? Like, how should I get started? And I straight up linked them this playlist. So I want to answer this question for everybody. But anybody and everybody who's in here who's thinking about buying a course or buying something from me, please wait. Please click on my YouTube first. You have access to free shit. So let's go over the free shit first. Playlist. Click on playlist. And this is really what sells people. This is how I sell people and how I want to sell you on something. I want to prove to you, and that's how I want to sell you on something. I don't care about selling on something beforehand, like, oh, trust me, I swear to God it works. Just buy my subscription, please. Like, no, I want to prove it to you myself. I want you to be wowed by my own strategy, by my own routine, by all that. I want you to be impressed by it, and then you're sold on it. I don't care about selling shit up at the front, because that's not who I am. But if you go to my channel, and yeah, ignore some of the stupid playlists you can't even see. You can see pretty much all these. But right here, Road to Consistency, view full playlist. Click that. And by far, the best video on my channel is the workshop number 11 video. Now, this is the first one in the playlist. This is how we draw our levels. This is how we trade. This is how we get everything. Everything else in here is kind of just an added on top cherry. So there's a lot of cherries on this. But extra breakdowns, these two are from my friend who give another extra in-depth breakdown. Some of these are the trade entries we like to look at. Extra things we like to do. Fib retracements, the overnight gap fibs, you know, using Fibonacci on that, just showing you the simple price action tricks we use in the entry types that we focus on. You can see we have really old videos that still use indicators, some basic indicators, you know. So it really is for everybody, and I hope you check at least this playlist out. At least this playlist will get you going. But real quick, let me get a preview of the course. I'm not going to click on the course, but just to give a quick preview of the second course, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me questions, and this is a good quick preview for some of you. Also, if you go to... Oh, wait. I clicked X. Damn it. I was going to say, if you go to my popular videos, it's there as well. Preview. So anybody looking to see the new course, this is what is in it. If I can get this to load. I can't get it to load. Okay. I don't know why I can't preview my own course. What's going on here? Okay, well, I guess we can't look at it right now. Damn. That's very weird. But in short, I guess I can show this. I don't want to show everything. But links, join our Discord, Bueller Buys, beginner guide, just a PDF for anybody to get started. Strike selection, by far the best video in this entire course. Inside, outside bar, these are both... Most of these have a quiz with them. Some of them won't. Like the swing trading section doesn't. But most of the main sections do. But by far the best section here. I tried to put them in order of what I thought was the best. I'm not going to lie to you. I just tried... In my head, this is how it works. You know, the introduction, and then strike selection by Leland. Inside bar by me, outside bar by Leland. Retest trading by me with a couple quizzes, a couple of other things by me and Leland. Me and Leland got some stuff in here. We got some stuff, or this is the webinar for anybody who's wanted to watch that. I had to update the link, by the way. We had to upload a YouTube video because the link went away. Swing trading, this is one of the sections that does not have a quiz, but has a lot of really big breakdowns, live trades, breakdown, just pretty much everything I've done swing trading, and also a playlist. And then the last section is the extra key information. This is where you can get that risk management calculator. That's this thing here. The order of operations staircase method, just some other stuff really. I added this in here. This wasn't supposed to be in here. I added this. We added this. We added this. So we added a lot of stuff. Live trades, all that good stuff. So, I mean, it's really just stuff from the first course, and then we just went more in depth and added more live trades, and there is extra breakdowns that weren't covered in the first course. Like, we didn't even talk about inside bars, outside bars as much. I didn't even really call them that yet. 3 years ago, I did trade candlestick patterns, but I didn't call them outside bars, inside bars. I was focused on your traditional patterns like engulfings, piercing line, like the patterns we use today. But those have definitely equipped us with better confirmations, I should say. I feel a lot more confident when those pop up. I would definitely say you can just full send on those confirmations when you know what you're talking about. But it's definitely a lot of fun having a routine set, having strategies, and having stuff that's yours, having your own tool set. It's nice. Having your own edge, I guess is what I'm saying. Good call out, Creator. Oil data is way off estimates. That's very bad to hear. Sand Dollar gifted a membership, man. Sorry I'm so late while I was explaining all that. Gifted 1 membership to Mansion and Benz's. Wow, what a name. He might not even have needed it. Don't worry about the mules, just load the wagon. Thank you, man. Thank you, Sand Dollar. And I really hope that the person that got that also appreciates it and uses it. No. You don't have to buy anything, Carter. It's all yours. If you have lifetime, you should never have to buy anything from me ever again. That's the point. Whether it's YouTube member videos, whether it's something you've seen me do in a stream, whatever we do, Lifetime gets anything else at no extra cost. So click on pinned messages of the Lifetime chat and you should see Code Step. By the way, guys, we just closed higher. That could cause a lot more buying. We'll see. This could also just be momentum on the tail end of news. We'll see. But that just pushed just above the breakout. That's very impressive. That could cause for a lot more buying. Not liking what I see, but holding. It's free to Lifetime, Carter Palm Street. Dreaming must be playing somewhere. I swear I'm going to choke the next person who makes that joke. Satire, YouTube. Satire. I totally wouldn't choke one of my subscribers. Damn, you guys are crazy. Almost 60 likes on today's stream. And we had 12 new members. That is nuts. I really hope you guys who got a free membership from somebody, whether it was from Rambo, whether it was from Sand Dollar, I really hope you guys check out some of the info. I think a lot of those recent videos will be nice too. But if you go back to the beginning of time, I recommend scrolling as far as you can in that membership section on my YouTube channel. Scroll as far down as you can. There's 93 videos now. It's a lot. But at the very beginning of time, we posted videos for how to set up your Thinkorswim to look just like mine. We went over videos for all kinds of stuff. Trade logs, how you should view your stop loss, all kinds of stuff. I mean, anything you can think of. Sector stuff, sector rotation, we went over it all. I try to post videos in there, not as often now because we have so much, but also because I don't really like making repeat videos that cover the same topic. Like other videos you'll see in there from me from now on, or updates on the market from now on, or a live trade breakdown, or just something extra, but we're not going to be doing much of those extra duplicate videos. I don't really see the point. New high being held. It looked like they wicked, held today's open to the cent just about. And good job to us exiting the shorts. We didn't let ourselves get stuck. We talked about a very high probability chance of seeing an inside. Does anybody want to know why I thought that, by the way? Why I thought an inside bar would pop up, and it did pop up? Also, good job to everybody. I was not alone thinking that we would break new highs. A lot of you guys were in here saying we'll probably go make a new high. So I'm very proud to see a lot of y'all's confidence is rising. You guys are starting to pick up with your intuition, with the levels. I'm loving it. Every second of it. Cut lost. I thought that said out lost. Cut lost 30%. Holy shit, did y'all see the PE ratio on AMD? The price to earnings ratio? Google it right now. Google price to earnings ratio AMD right now. I just realized that. I mean, I guess I should have guessed, but holy shy. Oh, my bad. So why didn't IB appear? I was waiting for y'all to ask. 490, yeah, most likely if this high holds. But you do have an in-between psych level at 489. I'm just not saying it too much because it's a $1 target, like just every dollar basically. But big psych number is 490. So the reason I thought an inside bar would pop up is because a lot of the time when you go down to a crucial area and you know you're in an uptrend, or when you go up to a crucial area and you know you're in a downtrend, and you use that overnight fib, a lot of the time when they stop at the halfway point or the golden pocket or a support or at a resistance, a lot of the time the first indication is an inside or outside bar. Which in the inside candle means indecision. They don't know that they're going to keep moving lower. They don't know if they're going to keep moving higher. You get short-term confirmation here that they want to move higher. You get short-term confirmation here and here that they want to move higher from here, which is very important because we know that we're bullish because we got the higher open. We're making new all-time highs. Came down, held to 50%. So positioning-wise, it's perfect. Pattern-wise, perfect. Now you have both checks off your list. Instead of just having an inside bar randomly pop up, or us having a higher open and a lower open, it doesn't matter. You have the positioning, and you now have the pattern. So you want to look for an area where the transfer of power is going to happen, where that indecision pops up. Because that's what this is, essentially, is the transfer of power. You're seeing this go from a slight seller, where it's a mix of people trying to get into early shorts and people taking profits, as well as a mix of people switching, and they're either going into longs or they're cutting their losses, and it's creating liquidity to go up. So it's just a really good spot to look for reversal. Is a good thing to look for when looking at a good spot for reversal is the inside or outside bar. The inside bar especially, because you're going to definitely see that one. The outside bar, you'll just see it and you'll be like, oh, it's engulfing, nice. But you want the positioning. And it just logically makes sense that you'll get indecision as you get to that point of the chart where everyone's like, oh, well, it either dumps more here or it picks up. That's where that transfer of power is. So you could have also gotten a rejection here after that, and they could have been pushing new lows. Not just about pushing new highs. An inside bar is a piercing line? No. No. An inside bar is this. You get a candle here, and then the next trade trades within the high and the low of that candle, right? And then you look for a negative or positive print to follow, right? A piercing line is when you have a, let's say you're in like a downtrend or even just a lower open. You know, let's say you have a red candle, this is a red candle. The next day opens lower and then finishes past the halfway point of that previous day. And by doing that, that would be a reversal point. That'd be, okay, well, as long as they're holding this 50%, they should move up. But no, piercing line and inside bar are not the same thing. Good question, though. Wow, good job, Andrew. He said he made 50% on that new high. Good job, man. Really nice push for you, too. If they get a good hold here or a continuation of this, you definitely could see 490. Not taking that out, that one out. Yeah, and this almost hit 430, so I think we should also take that into consideration. They got a lot closer to 430 than SPY did to 490. Actually, they're pretty close. Triple Q's up double what SPY is right now. Percentage-wise, sorry. Probably should have said that like that. 44% on mental calls here. Entry off of the 50% of the fib. Good job, David. And I like the growth in that, too. Instead of David knowing he's already taken almost 300% gains on a trade earlier, instead of just sitting here and like jumping into, 50 more trades, he's taking a mental rep. He's not jumping into the next thing he sees. I like that a lot. We have a piercing line on the 5 on SPY. Let me go check that out. See if Garden Trader knows. Where do you see this piercing line? Or are you referring to this and you're meaning dark cloud cover? And if so, then I understand exactly what you're trying to say. I do that sometimes too. I'll sometimes say the opposite when it's the other one. Oh, good looks, D-Touch. Talk about PayPal Inside Bar. Oh, speaking of Inside Bars, how's Meta doing? Whoops. They're killing it. This was an Inside Bar on the daily. They broke over this with the higher open and then broke over this with an open range breakout. But what I thought was cool is that it hit that, held that, then it closed over that with a bullish candlestick. That's pretty cool. Oh, you're good, Garden. I knew exactly what you meant. And yeah, it's still forming, so it's not fair to say. But we'll see. Remember, we broke over a level. So right now, this is more or less going to potentially be a reset candle for bullish continuation until proven otherwise. And guys, just kind of the way, and I see a lot of great questions being asked. I think this video would help out a ton of you. I might have to make this public or something, unless I already did. Yeah, I need to make this video public for everybody. Should I do that? I mean, this video is literally what all of you guys ask about. When a lot of you guys ask me about questions like, how do you know what order to think about something? This is how I know. It's the order of operations. There is a way of... Price action is supposed to work a certain way. And when it doesn't, that's when you should stop trading. Like, that's when you should be like, all right, I'm waiting until I see something else. But in this video, I break down exactly, like, what order and stuff you should be looking at. So, I think I'm going to make this video public. Because this video is insane. The stream gets... Oh, we don't even have 100 people in here. I don't want to do that. Retweet it. Should we do that? If the stream gets 100 likes, I'll make that video public. I mean, either way, I need to make that video public. It's pretty crazy. Nah, we're not gonna do that. I'm just make it public. I could squeeze some free advertisement, but we're not gonna do that. Let's do this. I'm gonna make that exact video public. Order. Operations. Wow, I have a really old video on here from November 17th, 2021. It says, setting auto orders on the BB Daily watch list with Bueller. I need to get back into that. Honestly, auto trading was the greatest. Alright, I have officially made this video public. Definitely go check it out. 5 seconds ago. Share it with your friends. But in this video, I mean, I already broke it down, I guess. But in this video, I talk about how to read price action in the right order. And I compare it to PEMDAS. A lot of you guys have gone into school and learned about doing math calculations and equations in the correct order. That's exactly what I do in this video. I show you the correct order in which you should be doing things or looking at things. The fuck? Does somebody think Mahomes is better than Brady? Who's making this argument? Do people actually think that? Huh. Alright, well, that was weird. Back to the stock market. Holy crap! What are y'all doing in here? Eric's killing it. Kevo's killing it. Kevo's still killing on that. Eric, Daffy, Kevo, they're having a... I haven't seen Leland post. Y'all are about to see some crazy posts by him soon. Did what I had to do. Legend. Alright, he's finally cutting Oxy. See, Daffy does lose. Daffy can bleed. It is possible to make Daffy bleed. But he only cut $100 though. That's funny. All of his other trades definitely outsized that. So even on his worst loser, it doesn't even dent them. Yes. 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 I'm just gonna say yes. He knew that he cooked something up, too, because he only tagged Leland, Daffy, and then me, and then didn't say anything. He knew he cooked something up. What an actual legend. I love seeing you guys win. Because I know how hard a lot of you guys try for this shit. Alright, just making sure I caught up to everybody. Alright. Oh. Thank you for the membership. Hey, he is here. Cool. Welcome to the members group. You are both welcome. Yeah, thank you. And anybody who has no clue where to check, by the way, I know we got a lot of gifted memberships today. If you have no clue where to look, you go to the main channel and then you click on membership, and that's it. And then you have everything. There's 92 videos now. I unmembershiped one today. This is the newest video. Oh, look, I even showed the PEMDAS chart in there. No way I did that. Okay, mute myself. I did a Homelander meme? Who edited this? Oh, here it is. So, you know, like in math, you have to do equations a correct way. You can't just do something. Like, you can't just do addition and subtract. You have to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and you do it in that exact order. That's exactly kind of what you don't do this in my video, by the way. We're not going over math equations. But taking this rubric, though, you know, you do want to look at things a certain way. By the way, guys, you are looking at this as a bullish retest until proven otherwise. What is the proven otherwise situation? Does anybody want to tell me? What do we have to break to otherwise stop us from remaining bullish on this from this part of the chart? Ain't no way Mahomes is better than Brady. Yeah, anybody who says that can leave my chat right now. Anybody who thinks that, I agree with you, Andrew. Crack the open and send it lower. That would be a good initial break. Break of today's open, yep. The break of today's open is a great initial trigger, but it's kind of a trick question. It's the open and this 487.50. It would be this entire area that we have highlighted. So if we can get the break of both of these, that would invalidate our short-term bullishness right here until we see a better higher low retest down here. So yes, good job. Everybody got that one. Do you ever look at divergence between RSI and stock price? No. Nor will you ever see me do that. It's just not my style. Not part of my system. Steph B asked a pretty good question. Somebody help me answer Steph B here. She said, or he or she said, sorry if I'm saying either of those wrong. Do you have a video that teaches you on entry and exit on trades? I know where I want to exit, but I'm too slow and miss it. Thanks. Can anybody help me think of an area of the channel where we have live trades? I'm looking at SPX. I know you are. Reason over risk, yes, but on the YouTube channel. Where can Steph look? Steph, you're going to definitely want to check out some of the membership videos because we have a lot of live trading videos. I'm only being nice to you because I know exactly what you're about, but you should definitely check the channel out. I can tell you haven't looked around a whole lot. I know there's a lot, so maybe you have, and you just haven't seen it. But there's a ton of live trade videos, not just in the membership, but I also have them in playlists. You can go to the scalp series with the trade log or without the trade log, and you can go to the live trade series, which both of these are all live trades. We have extras also in the membership section. There's a ton in chat. We just did one today on stream. So it's really up to you where you want to look for those and how you want to study that, but don't just think about like, oh, is this a live video or not? Like, it's not just about like, should I only follow live trade? No, you should also stick to what your game plan is. You know, you shouldn't look at your levels and be like, oh, well, it broke this, so that's why I turned bearish. Like, okay, but what else? Like, is that your system? Is that what you want to, is that what you want to go off of? You know, then that's what you should go off of. Live trade. Sorry, we don't do that here. Yeah. No, you're good, Benny. And then, of course, Alexis and D-Touch both went to kind of the other direction, which is where I send people who already have gotten their fill of the YouTube stuff, is the Discord. There's a ton of stuff in Discord, not just from me, but also from other members. I know how it can be, and you're like, oh, I don't want to listen to the main guy talk. I don't want to listen to Bueller and his live trades. Let's see if his members are actually profiting. And you can look. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But you can go in there and you can learn from them as well. The Trade Results channel is underrated. Oh yeah, pinned messages and trading results. I forgot about that. I'm the one who did that. There's like all the best trades in that channel from members, and I just go in there and I pin them. Sometimes I replace them from old ones to new ones, but there's a lot of really good pinned posts by members in there. And I really like take pride in promoting that because there is that like weird thinking of like, well, I don't want to listen to the main owner talk about his strategy. So I really do promote my members' trades over everything else because it shows you like, look, it's not just the system it's a repeatable system. You know, you should be able to delete this chart and get the exact same information. If you aren't, then you're not really trading a consistent system. And this is my problem with most technical traders these days, is if you go watch their videos or watch how they break things down, they'll tell you that. They'll just be like, yeah, I mean, you can see there's clear selling pressure here, so I'm going to just include this. But what if I delete the chart and then I go like walk away for 30 minutes and then I come back and I have to rechart it? I'm not going to have that same level of thinking because it's not a consistent way of thinking. Saying, oh yeah, I think I see some selling pressure here. Oh yeah, we got something here, I think. You know, it looks like there's a lot of lines, a lot of candles rejecting this one spot. So let me draw that. You know, and that's not a consistent rule. Like, yeah, I get it, but it's not consistent. You know, if you were to delete this and then come back, it's not going to be the same. And then what if you trade it differently? You know, then that's really calling you out on your consistency. And yeah, Fake Mojo, check out, like Fake Mojo said, check out the Road to Consistency playlist. And you can see, not once did I say, Steph, make sure you buy both my courses. Go check out all my live trades. Like, no, you can get them without going there. People are crazy with it. Damn, BA back from the dead. They coming up. On the uppity up. Damn, massive move. Holy. This is going to save them from going down to 200s, though. If they hold a candle like this, that's very powerful. Also keeping a close eye on Tesla like we talked about before. I already kind of like it for longs. But with earnings coming out today, it's kind of hard to get in early. But really watching that weekly time frame where there's a lot of selling, or there was selling pressure here. We've retaken it since then. But we're currently sitting in this old supply turn demand, which demand, of course, is an area of buyers. So pretty bullish as long as it's holding 194.217, which I know sounds like a crazy large area, but in reality it's not. We've already tested halfway of that range. We have 1, 2 inside bars in a row after an outside bar. Remember, this is outside of that candle, and then a double inside bar. Very, very crazy candle. Miraculously, and me and Leland were making fun of this the other day. When you get an inside bar to an outside bar, or an outside bar to an inside bar, do you know what big famous pattern you're getting that a lot of people promote but don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about? Are diamond tops. How many people here have seen somebody post a diamond top or a diamond bottom? That's exactly what an inside bar to an outside bar or an outside bar to an inside bar is. You will see people post this like crazy, and then that's it. They'll just be like, guys, that's the diamond top. I swear that's the top. And that's it. It's pretty funny. Just vague breakdowns. They're like, yep, that's the diamond top. That's the all-time high, I swear. Just because it's a diamond top. They can't break it down any further. Wait, why do y'all keep spamming username? Did he do something? Oh, y'all are talking about the patterns. Yeah, that dude has like X-ray vision for head and shoulders and inverse head and shoulders. Which, you guys know me, I don't really care for patterns, but he points those out like every second. They work. They work with how he charts them though. Like, he doesn't just say, oh, it's an inverse head and shoulder, that's definitely going up. Like, he has parameters for going up and down. By the way, if anybody does want to sign up, I had somebody ask me just now, and I think I had a couple questions over the past few days and I forgot to answer. But if you do want to sign up on the YouTube, you have to go to the YouTube. The YouTube and the Discord are two different things, guys. I'm not even just answering Steph. There's a lot of people that have asked me that recently. The Discord and YouTube are two different things, guys. It's $4.99 for the YouTube. I don't understand why people would think this is also covering the Discord. That's a lot. But no, if you have a membership in Discord, then you have access, I'm sure. But the trade results channel is free. You don't need a membership to see that channel. That's a completely free channel. Oh, you're saying he promotes diamond top and bottoms. Oh. As long as he breaks them down correctly. But he does. He has candlestick analysis. Like, other people don't do that. Other people just straight up tell you it's a diamond top or diamond bottom, and they're like, You should know where that's going from here. Should I? All good, Steph. All good. SPY has been trading so flat this week. I mean, not really, though. Like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, they held range. But, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, it broke a new all-time high. You know, broke a new all-time high. If you go from the breakout to the high of that first slowdown, I mean, they held it. So, I mean, yeah, it was kind of flat this week, intraday. But we did get some movement up before the week started and during the week. Remember, we started here, dropped, and then we ended here, and now we're up again. So it's hard for me to say that we've range traded. We really haven't. If you're focused on the smaller time frames, I can see why you would say that. But zoom out a little bit more, and you'll definitely see a better picture, more clear picture. But you just gotta remember, we're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend. These were seen as reset days sometimes, and you'll be like this too. If you ever run around the track a bunch, or you ever go jog or go exercise, you know, your sides will hurt. You'll be tired. You'll be breathing very heavily. Stock charts are the very exact same. They do the exact same thing. You know, and after a big move, not just from the retest and recovery, but making a new all-time high, the chart's a little bit tired. Also, it's very obvious. Let's be honest here. It's very obvious that we're going up, right? So they're not going to make the extra moves that leg up obvious. They're not going to do that. And look what they did the last 2 days. And this is why it's called the hidden retest. This right here was telling us we were bullish the whole time before we even popped the new high, just because of the hidden retest. So it's really hard for me to sit here and agree with anybody who says we've been range trading or sideways for a long time, because we really haven't been. It's only been 2 days, and we still got some really good movement. Even if you go back in the streams or back into the chats and see what everyone was trading, there was very good opportunity during the beginning of Monday, the end of yesterday, and the beginning of today. So, was it minimal? Yes, I agree with you on that one. Was it minimal? Yes. So, nothing super crazy, but it's just hard for me to sit here and agree with, oh, we're doing nothing. Like, no, we're definitely moving around. Getting very good movement, actually. It's just about having the right levels or the right information in front of you. Because if you're just looking at a blank chart right now, it's probably hard to figure out where we're going, because it's hard to picture new highs. It's hard to picture an empty part of the chart. It's hard to plan for that. But with the system in place, you definitely can take advantage of it. Yeah, definitely slow. If you say slow, I'll agree with that anytime. Great day for me today. Took 2 contracts at 486.92 on break of 9 EMA. Sold 1 contract at previous high and sold the last contract at 488.60s for a nice gain. Thank you for your tutelage, Josh. Thank you, Chuck. Dude, seriously. That's crazy. That trade review you just broke down. I could picture it in my head without even drawing it on the chart. Contracts at 486.92. So I'll just hover my cursor over that number. 92. On break of the 9 EMA, sold 1 contract at previous high. So he bought in probably one of these 2 candles, and then made it to the recent high. Sold last contract at 488.60s. Oh, nice. You literally sold like the high of day for a nice gain. Okay, nice. So you sold on the new high. Good stuff. Wow, nice. Right before it started slowing down, too. This would have definitely messed with your contract. Oh, you're good, Chuck. I figured that's what you were on. I can't even misinterpret that as Netflix anymore, because Netflix isn't the same price as SPY anymore. So that's what I would normally confuse that with if you didn't say SPY, would be Netflix, but it's not even remotely close anymore. Crazy ass move by a lot of these charts today. Let's definitely look around the other sectors too. It's hard to just look at SPY. Like, I know you guys come in here and I'm on SPY most of the time, but that's because I'm not just covering SPY. I go over SPY and its weights, so that's why I revert back to SPY. But you should definitely check out some other weights that aren't as affected. It's kind of cool just to see what else is moving, what's not moving, or even just checking other sectors. Like, oh, what are staples doing? You know, market's moving up, staples must be slowing down. And look, they are. Walmart's one of the biggest staples around. But let's go over game plan, guys. You guys want to go over game plan? Drop a bunch of green or red candlesticks in chat. Spam the chat with green candlesticks, and we will go over the next game plan for what's possibly coming next. And then I have to go run a few errands. And thank you guys again, seriously. We had over almost 90 people in here at one point. We had over 220 people in here just in general. And we have had over 60 likes in the stream today. That is crazy. Amazing amounts of support. And it shows me you guys do like the earlier streams starting. This week I've been trying to stick to starting 15, 20, 30 minutes before the market opens. And then we do our pre-market prep, which is what we used to do, but I took a little bit of a break. But yeah, spam the chat with some green or red candlesticks, and then we'll go over the next game plan. Actually, I'm just going to do it now because I have to run some errands. So, we've pushed a breakout over today's open. We had a nice breakout. Looking for a potential retest. The potential retest is potentially failing. So, big time to go short for short-term scalps would be under 47.50. But you really can't aim for super... Like, I can't tell you, aim for this recent low like I could if I was telling you to buy the dip and aim for the recent high. Because we've already done this move once. So there's a chance they only go to the halfway point of this range before they even get here. So have very, 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 very passive targets if you take initial shorts on this. If you get the break of these, then you can pick it up towards previous day highs. And if previous day highs break, well, by then we're probably selling a lot faster than you can imagine. Beyond that, let's talk about bearish scenario, or bullish scenario, sorry. If you do get the dip and they hold here, of course you want to still be in the bullish scenario because you're up. We're up on the day. So this would still be bullish. Now, if you get above this level here, if this is just a short-term retest, these lower highs break, they get above these, they start making higher highs, they start holding higher lows. They start changing the trend on both the highs and the lows. That is your trigger that this is a retest trade to the upside and that the bulls are not done. We are already up 0.5%. Qs have already gone up 1 and I think almost 0.5%. They were up like 1.25 earlier. So they've already given a good amount of movement on the day. So they don't have to do anything. They could just come down here and hold range all day. They don't have to do anything. But these are the scenarios you have in front of you right now. Bulls are looking to retest. Bulls are looking to retest. If you get short-term scalps here, great, just like we did earlier. Have passive targets, have a tight stop. But that's the game plan in front of you right now. Based on the bigger time frames, I can't really go over this yet because it's not the end of the day yet. This candle can change. But what we've seen so far is a lot of consolidation. We talked about how this can be fuel to send us up, and it was. I'm glad we didn't close our minds off to just bear scenarios. I'm glad we talked about what are bears looking for, what are bulls looking for. We went over both. But really nice movement, breaking a new high, really good hit and retest in here, and a really good continuation of the hit and retest, almost bringing us up to 490, which is crazy. So we're going to be looking to see, does this settle a bit more? What I have noticed is we have 3 gapped up small body candles. Does anybody want to tell me what that means? If you're someone who's been a part of my channel for a long time, you know exactly what this means. But what does a gapped up small body candle tell us? I don't have RSI on. I don't have MACD on. I don't have anything to tell me anything is overbought or oversold. What does that tell me? Buyer exhaustion. Buyer exhaustion. Exactly. They're getting tired. The more you have a gapped up small body candle, the more indecisive, the more tired a stock may be. That's exactly what we're getting here on SPY. We have 3 gapped up small body candles in a row. This happened every single time they reached the old all-time high supply. Gapped up small body candles kept appearing and we kept selling off. So we're most likely going to be getting some pullbacks over the next couple weeks, but I do not want anybody to jump into the bearish boat yet. Yes, there is a very high probability to get some retest and fill some of these gaps. Some really good retests come in. But over the next couple weeks, you don't want to turn too bearish yet because, of course, this can still rally towards 500. But really good move so far. We can't argue that. But thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for the very hefty amount of support across the stream. Thank you to everyone, Rambo, Sandollar, anybody who gifted memberships or anything to the chat. Seriously, thank you so much. Not just from me, but also for the people you gifted to, because that is just very cool of you to do. And I hope everybody takes advantage. But seriously, guys, take time. You know, a lot of you guys ask questions about things I already have posted. I'm not trying to get on to anybody and say you're not paying attention. I'm not saying that. But please take time to go through some of the videos, the popular videos, the membership videos. You know, I take time in posting these videos, and I know I have a lot, but the membership section especially has it cut to where, you know, it's right there in front of you. You just got to click through them, go through some videos. If you want to go through some of the weekly watch lists, be my guest. But seriously, thank you guys for being here. If you're someone who needs a more organized playlist, check out the playlist. But thank you all. Thank you all for being here, dropping a like on today's stream, commenting, engaging. Thank you for everything anybody has said in here. All call-outs, all ideas, all alerts, all updates are all appreciated by everybody. This is a true team. We aren't just sitting here waiting for Bueller to call out calls or puts. We're not doing that crap. This is a true place where everyone really does work together and works on really just seeing how well can we stick to our game plan, how well can we be disciplined, you know, how well can we stick to our own strategy. But seriously, thank you all. Love you all. I will see you in the Discord for anybody who wants to still just type up trade ideas or just, you know, call out what's happening on the market. It doesn't have to necessarily be for taking trades. But thank you guys again. I will see you guys later and love you all.